Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmasters, esteemed guests. Where are you? Oh, excuse me just a second. I posted this really great Instagram, and I keep getting these fabulous responses. Let's see. Oh, that's spam. Come on, you're spamming me? No, I don't want to offend you. Oh, I have a call. Just one more second. Oh, I'm supposed to be giving a speech. Sorry. Sometimes I just get so caught up in all the things I need to do and take care of, and it's just, well, actually, it's really fun to check my Facebook and Twitter. But you know, since I am here to give a speech, let me ask you a quick question. Where are you right now? Have you ever realized that you've misunderstood anybody in your whole life? Have you ever been driving and you're suddenly at the destination that you were going to and you don't remember getting there? You're like, oh, I'm here. I've done this. Have you ever realized that someone, maybe some little kid has been kind of poking your arm for about 10 minutes now, and you're like, what? Something's bugging you don't know, and it's that kid. Well, so have I. I've done all of these things, and in fact, the other day, I was driving my granddaughter I had to take her to a place to meet her parents so that they could take her to her violin lesson. And she, all the way there, was saying, hey, Kwa, get out of my way. I gotta get a violin lesson. What are you thinking in your head? And I started thinking, wow, she's either her grandmother's granddaughter or her mother's daughter. Because she's learning to quickly just get through that moment to get to the next one. Which brings me to presence. What is presence? When you think of presence, what do you think of it? A bunch of hippies sitting around meditating? Well, or a decision to fully be in the moment, at the moment. Some of us think we really don't have time to be present, and that's where the multitasking comes in. Get into the car, listening to this CD while you're talking on the phone, and you're just doing everything all at once. But if we stop and we take time to do one thing at a time, sometimes that's all the time we need. And a lot of us think it's really not important. We have things to accomplish. Well, presence, when we actively act on presence, we connect with other humans. What's more important than that? Presence is the state or fact of existing, of occurring or being present in a place or a thing. So really, isn't it impossible for us to not be present? So why am I even talking about this? We're talking here about emotional presence, about allowing your mind to be in your body wherever you are. So, what can we do to accomplish this? I'll tell you. There's 3 things that we can do to learn the art of remaining present. We can read, meditate, and pray with the intention of being present. We can listen with the intent to understand and then to ponder what we are gleaning. And then we can stop and we can rate ourselves and see how present we are at any given time. I'll show you how this is done. When we read, meditate, or pray, again, it's with that purpose of becoming present. And we all have the need to have all of our needs met, to have friendships and to eat and to make sure our rent is paid. And in that journey, being in the moment is something that can facilitate those things for us. Because say I'm hunting for a bear. If I don't see that bear, I'm not going to get it. In fact, today I was driving in and I thought, okay, I'm giving a speech on presence. I should probably be present while I drive. So I started looking at the scenery. I'm like, oh, look how bright it is. All of a sudden, I see someone just out of the corner of my eye. I look over because I'm being present. And she puts a coffee or something on top of her car, right outside the front or back entrance of this building. So guess who got the primo spot just for being present? The second thing is to listen, and this is not just listening, but it's to understand the other person, to understand the things around you, and to think about them, to ponder about them, because here we also all have that need to increase our livelihoods, to join a group, to make things happen, and to perhaps have the kind of job that we want to have, or the status that we're looking for. Well, if we're not listening to understand others, how are we going to really give them what they want? And in giving them what they want, that's how we promote ourselves and others. And lastly, stop and rate. At any given time, you can say right now, I'm maybe at a 1% present, because I've had my mind on 20 things and didn't notice the grandkid poking my arm. Or maybe I'm at a 5. But even in that moment of stopping to be present, you're putting your mind on it. So immediately, whatever level you're at, bam, jumps up. You're no longer at a 1, just by stopping to think about it. This is your way to work towards mastery. So yesterday, or maybe today before this meeting, you were at some level of presence and understanding it in your life. Today, right now, you're getting a gentle reminder that this is something maybe to put on your radar. And then tomorrow, and yes, it can be as fast as tomorrow, you can achieve mastery. Now, when you start any new project or idea, or learning, there are some do's and don'ts. I'm going to let these just come up. You're going to practice a lot. But you're not going to give yourself a hard time. So you're going to be very forgiving of yourself. You're going to make it your goal. You're going to decide, yes, I want to be present. But you don't want to make others be present. Don't preach it. And then lastly, you do want to keep your eye on the target. You don't want to let complacency come back and kind of take this thought from you. So you want to rebuke complacency's wistful call or whimsical call. I'll leave you with a couple of thoughts. Be here now, Rumi. And then this one, I want you to really pay attention to the wording here, or I will have to drink 5 beers just to get over this. I will feel if you don't get this. Can you allow yourself to be impaled on the present moment? So right now, everybody have a pen? Okay? How present are you? Rate yourself. Put a number down, 1 to 10. How present are you right now? How many of you thought about your checkbook maybe during this speech or something else? Billing that need to be paid, kid that need to be picked up. So rate yourself. And then look at that number and see where you can lift it and be proud that you have. Thank you.